Hello, welcome to Thyfault Time with me, Brian Thyfault. Did you know fatal accidents increase 14% while it's snowing? So, on this episode, I set out to find techniques to keep you safe.
We've seen it in movies. And we've seen it on TV.
In Michigan, blinding lake effect snow played a role in this explosive pileup that turned deadly nearly 200.
But have you ever thought how to prepare for snowy situations like these? To help us learn some preventative measures and tips, I went to Nova Driving School in Chicago, who have a specific course for safe winter driving.
Here with Brian, who's gonna help us out with some tips and techniques to know during the winter driving season. So Brian, what's main pointers you can give us?
Absolutely. Before you begin any trip, whether it's springtime, summertime, wintertime, you want to make sure you're prepared for that journey. So let's think about winter in particular. We want to make sure that we have a full tank of fuel before setting out on the road. If we get stranded on Lakeshore Drive, as happened in 2011, we want to make sure we have enough fuel to sustain ourselves during that trip. So make sure we square that away first. Some other pre-drive checks include making sure we have an ice scraper in our vehicle. As you know, things can get pretty dangerous out there. Sometimes we have to scrape the entire surface of our window before we begin our trip. So make sure that's at the ready. Make sure also that you have some sunglasses with you. Whether it's a flip-on variety, they clip and they flip, very fancy ones, $10 at Walmart, or you could get the official sunglasses that most people would wear. If you do get stranded, you can always use your interior floor mats as traction mats. So keep those at the ready. You can always place them under the wheel to get some additional traction. If you're thinking about things to clean up on the vehicle, when we are driving in the wintertime, we have a layer of salt that oftentimes develops over the lens of the headlamps. You want to take a clean cloth, clean that off ahead of time, make sure that the light can shine right through that plastic casing. But what about once you're inside the vehicle, though? How does the vehicle handling differ in the wintertime versus the rest of the year? Traction is just terrible in wintertime, especially when we have temperatures around 32 degrees Fahrenheit. We have a mixture of snow and slush, and traction is really awful. So you want to ease into your acceleration, ease gentle pressure onto that gas pedal. Same thing for braking. You want to ease off the gas pedal early on, start braking gently early on, so you'll be able to maintain your best possible traction. Before making a turn, slow and steady wins the race. Ease out that pedal, slow down to about 10 miles an hour or less. Make the turn very slowly and carefully.
Thank you, Brian. We really appreciate
Brian.
those tips.
Of course.
And I'm sure everyone will follow them too, yes. We're gonna test out those tips and techniques Brian taught us. But first, I gotta make sure my car's prepared for an emergency. So some things I packed in my back seat are emergency jumbo cables in case my battery needs a little jump start. Some water in case, I get thirsty and get stranded. Waters, you can't live without water. An ice scraper and brush, because you need to be able to see. You gotta make sure you clear your windshield, all your mirrors, your side windows, everything, because without clear windows, you won't be able to see anything, like anything. An extra blanket in case I get stranded and I need some warmth. Whew, I need this right now. Duct tape, because you never know what you can do with duct tape. And some cones I got in there, and lots of just necessities. Use your common sense and always be prepared. Be prepared. So I've also been warming my car for the last 5 minutes so I can get the windshield defrosted and stuff. And my gas is full in case I get stranded, so I can keep the heat running. And so the gas itself doesn't freeze. So let's go test out those driving tips now. Let's get in the car. Oh yeah, ready to drive. And of course I got my gloves too. Let's go. Oh, it's a little slick. Whoa, oh my God, I'm already slipping and I'm not even driving. Not recommended to drive in the winter. So as you can see, Brian, like he told us, I'm driving in the distance of my headlights and I can stop in between the headlight room. I'm not tailgating anyone because if they stop quickly and I slip, I'm gonna run into them and it's just gonna be a big mess, a snowy mess. See, this is what you call a bad driver. Look, he's spinning out. And he doesn't even have all-wheel drive. Only all-wheel drivers can go speed up fast because they have all-wheel drive and that will allow them to get the grip on the snow. So I'm taking this turn very slowly because I don't want to spin out. Because if I spin out, it's going to be hard to recover. Patience. Patience. Move over for snowplows. Oh my. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not leave it, he's going to squeeze in there. Why in a rush, people? Why get in a rush like this? This is mad. Absolutely mad. Look at him. Oh my God, he's running off. Oh my. Whoa.
And there's nowhere really to do like wheelies here, you know, or donuts.
So I'm currently in an empty, barren location where no one will get hurt. And I'm going to test out some techniques that Brian taught us and some I looked up online, you know, how to stay secure driving and, you know, how to, like, handle slipping. Let's go watch it. Woohoo! Woo! Oh, yeah! Woo! Woohoo! Woo! Oh, yeah! Donuts! Thanks for watching Thyfault Time with me, Brian Thyfault. I hope you learned some driving techniques to keep you safe. Catch you next time.